Hello, welcome to this webinar, which is part of the preparation for the European Space Week Hackathon that will take place in Helsinki, Finland, from the 1st until the 3rd December 2019. First, I will introduce Wekeo and how you can use it for the European Space Week Hackathon. Then, I will talk about the registration and the access to the data. Finally, I will introduce how to access processing resources. Have you ever heard about Wekeo? Wekeo is an European cloud platform where users can access Copernicus data for free. Additionally, users can request processing resources to work with this data on the cloud. Copernicus is the Earth Observation Monitoring Program gathering data about the Earth, the climate, the ocean, the land, and the atmosphere. Wekeo is a data and information access system, a DIAS, that is being developed by EUMETSAT, ECMWF, and Mercator Ocean. Who is using Wekeo? Wekeo is being widely used by different types of users, including research institutions, companies, universities, among others. Wekeo at the European Space Week Hackathon. You can use Wekeo as a tool to develop emergency management applications. To start using Wekeo, you need to register in order to access data and processing resources. If you do not register, you will only be able to search for data, but you cannot download Copernicus data or access the cloud infrastructure. On the day of the hackathon, we will provide you with on-site and remote technical support for questions that might come up while using Wekeo. There are two types of registration at Wekeo: the essential registration for the data access and the advanced registration for the cloud processing resources. We strongly encourage you to register before the 29th of November. The account that you create now for the essential registration will remain valid after the hackathon, in case that you want to keep using Wekeo. To register at Wekeo, go to the Wekeo main page and on the top right corner, click Register. You can use this link instead. For the essential registration, you will have a complete form what you have to fill in with your email address, a username, first name, and other optional information such as the country and your organization name. Once you have completed the form, click on the button Create New Account. You will receive a confirmation email in the same email address that you stated in the form. Please confirm the registration by clicking the link on your email account. Otherwise, you will not be able to log in Wekeo. For the advanced registration, you might need to complete another form specifying some details about your organization and the project name and other data that you can see here, such as the Copernicus data that you might want to use, the geographical area of interest, and also period covered by your workflow. What we mean by workflow is the application itself that you want to create or the project. For the European Space Week participation, the hackathon, we strongly encourage you to use the following guideline: ESW _ name of your project. Take into account that this advanced registration will be inactive for European Space Week Hackathon participants after the event. Once you have registered as an essential user of Wekeo, the next steps are related to search and download data. Let's see first how to search for data. The tool used in Wekeo to browse datasets is called Dataset Navigator. You can do a basic search by typing in a box the data of your interest, or an extended search by selecting the parameters available on this list. Once you have selected that dataset, click on it in order to read key information. For example, you can see in this screenshot a description of a Sentinel-1 dataset and related information such as the temporal extent or the geographical area. Let's see now how to download the data. In Wekeo, there are 3 different ways to access data through a tool called Harmonized Data Access, HDA. It depends on your skills and your interest whether you might want to use one of the 3 different options. The first one is what we already see partly with the Dataset Navigator. The second one is using Python Jupyter notebooks. And finally, you can also access the HDA through a Python script in your VM. VM stands for Virtual Machine, and I will explain later how you can access that. More information on how to download data is available at the doc section of the Wekeo website. You can find the link here. Let's see now how to access processing resources. For the European Space Week Hackathon, each team will have one virtual machine, also called VM or instance. In order to grant you access to the cloud infrastructure, one member of the team should register for the advanced offer and then send to support@wekeo.eu the name of the team members. Wekeo virtual machines are based on Linux, and you will have a pre-configured virtual machine for your team. The credentials for the VMs are different than the credentials of the Wekeo accounts. All the members of the same team will access the VM with the same Linux credentials. There are 2 ways of accessing Wekeo virtual machines, but for the European Space Week Hackathon, we will only provide SSH access, which is the option V in the slide. For that access, you will be given an IP address and Linux credentials once you have done the advanced registration and sent the team information to the service desk email address. I am going to quickly comment now on the user support. You can contact us through the web form that is available at Wekeo website or send an email to support@wekeo.eu. Finally, as a reminder, I would kindly ask you to create your Wekeo account before the 29th of November, using the recommended guidelines for the European Space Week Hackathon. You can find these guidelines on the previous slides shown in this same video. You can also find more information on our web portal, the Wekeo Twitter account, and the Wekeo service desk.